Okay, now it's time to create our Activate page. So inside of our pages folder, let's create a new file and call it activate.php. Inside of this file, we start with the opening PHP tag. And we start with a code variable, URL, and we use the method getParam to get the value from the URL of the parameter code. So if is an empty code, that means obviously some value has been assigned to this code parameter. Then we create object user, which equals new user class. Now that we've instantiated this class, we can create the variable user, and we'll assign the value of object user get user by hash method, and we pass in the variable from the code parameter. So now let's go to our classes folder, open a user file, and right at the end we're going to create our new method. So public function get user by hash. We pass in hash equals null by default. First we check if isn't empty our hash. Then SQL equals select all from this table where hash equals, then single quote, this db escape hash. Then we simply concatenate the SQL statement with the closing single quote and the semicolon right at the end. Actually, we could do it straight away here. So let's just attach this. Let's do it like that. Okay, that's gonna work a little bit better. Okay, so now our SQL is ready. So all we have to do is return this db fetch 1, and we pass our SQL statement. Okay, so our method is ready. We go back to our activate.php file. Now we simply check if is an empty user, which means if we found user by this hash in the URL, then if user active equals 0, that means it hasn't been activated yet. Then we check if object user make active, which is another method which we create in just a second. We pass in user ID as parameter. If we've managed to make it active, then we create the message, which we start with h1 tag, thank you, h1 closing, mess variable we concatenated with starting paragraph, your account has now been successfully activated. Actually, let me close this browser on the left. Okay, and we concatenate again. Message. You can now log in and continue with your order. Full stop, closing paragraph. Then if else, in other words, if we didn't manage to activate the account, then the message will be H1 activation unsuccessful. Message. There has been a problem. There has been a problem activating your account. concatenating again. Please contact administrator, or whatever else you might think is relevant in this situation. Okay, so that was if account was inactive. In other words, if active column equal 0. So else we want to display other message. H1 account already activated. H1 and mass concatenation again. Perhaps paragraph. This account has already been activated. And closing paragraph. Okay. Otherwise, if user cannot be found, else helper redirect. I want to redirect them to the error page. So // page equals error. That means someone's messing around basically with the code, and we don't want them to obviously see anything else other than some error message. Then I need to create a few new lines so you can actually see this code a little bit better. Require once. What we're going to require, we're obviously going to require our header, .php, and then we require our footer as well. Footer, and in between we're going to echo the relevant message. What was the first if there was code? If there's no code, else we're going to also redirect them to the error page. So that's all fine. Our activation page is finished. Obviously, we still need to create this make active method, and this is what we're going to take care of in the next video.